The other piece is change management, and change management has a few layers. One, of course, is training, right? How do we train our employees to use the tools? How do we make them motivated and inspired to experiment with
That's a
various
big one.
tools?
That's a big one.
How do we remove the fear of having used those tools? It may be my eventual replacement. And so that dialogue, that communication, as we'll get to, that's where chiefs of staff thrive, right? Working from top down and ground up simultaneously, where they have kind of the eyes and ears and thoughts of the executive team, but are also hearing kind of the real life stories of, I don't have enough time to even experiment with AI. Like, my plate is full. So how do I move from the already 60 hours I'm working a week to squeezing in an extra 4 or 5 hours to learn the tool and shift the behavior? That can be really tough. And so, chiefs of staff, like, their ability to work top down and ground up, that's a key point of one of the findings.
Yeah. It's funny, you kind of, as you were saying those things, I'm remembering conversations I've been having where, yeah, I have a chief of staff who's in a startup and they're doing clinical trials and she can't use AI because of different regulations and things like this. So she's like, Emily, I know it would save me personally, individually, so much time in my personal workflow. And I know we could deploy this in certain parts of the company, but there's the regulation piece. So that's a barrier for sure. I think the change management piece, I'll let you finish your report and takeaways here, but I'd love to dig into that change management piece because that's, I agree 100%. I think that's where chiefs of staff are bread and butter, tried and true. That's in their wheelhouse for sure.
That's right.